but I put my opponent on better mill grade and my opponent mills grade. Yeah, so the mill 2, Salik, Trivikama. Anyways, it doesn't matter, so even though I misplayed, I have still so much pressure through prosperity. Hello and welcome to a new video. Today I want to go over replay post Legacy of Destruction, which is the new main set, release date 25th April 2024. So in basically 3 weeks we have those cards in the TCG. And here I decided to test one of the new archetypes released in Legacy of Destruction, the Tenpai Dragon. And I'm going to test against Dingo, who is also testing with the new Lightsworn stuff. So let's see how this one plays out. So we have a couple ties and then I win the RPS and I can decide to go second. Yes, you heard me right. I decided to go second because this one is a blind second OTK deck. And in the opening hand, we have Manor, Ash, Prosperity, Lightning Storm, Shongdora. Here we have Felice, one of the older Lightsworns, Talents, King of the Swamp, Grief, Halfness. So it's Lightsworn TEAR against my Tenpai Dragon. And I already have the field spell of the Tenpai Dragon in the hand, the Mana, which has the effect: the fire dragon monsters you control are unaffected by your opponent's activate effects during the main phase 1 only. And during the main phase I can add the Tenpai Dragon, then discard one card. And if this card is destroyed, I can double the attack of one fire dragon monster during the battle phase. Yeah, and then Shongdora, this one is basically a special summon from the deck during the damage step, so the opponent can't even interact with it with stuff like Ash Blossom. Also, we can quick synchro with it and I can special summon it from my hand. So drawing the field spell is already pretty good because this one is the best one card start, allowing to go for 37,400 damage. Also, I can use this card to go into Black Rose Dragon during my main phase, nuke the entire board of my opponent. The opponent can't even stop that with stuff like Effect Veiler, Imperm, Mourner, because Black Rose Dragon is a fire dragon monster, therefore unaffected by the opponent's card effects during the main phase. And then we have Shongdora, which is an extender and already 28,000 damage on its own. On top of that we have Hand Trap and Board Breaker. Let's see if we can break the board of the opponent depending what my opponent goes for. So opponent starts with Grief, I decide to not Ash that, put the opponent on better have the good tier stuff in the hand, and my opponent sends the Rhinoheart. Then Rhinoheart effect, special summon itself, discard Halfness, Halfness effect. And then my opponent surprises me by revealing the King of the Swamp in the hand and the fusion summoning into the Rook colors. Yeah, I did not expect the opponent to have the King of the Swamp in the hand or something like that. Then Tear Cash, I could Ash the mill too, but I put my opponent on better mill grade and my opponent mills grade. Yeah, so the mill 2, Salik, Trivikama. Probably the two best mills in the spot. And then adding the Sharon. Then trying to use the Sharon effect. And here is where I decided to use the Ash Blossom because negating a mill 3 is obviously better than negating a mill 2 from the Tear Cache. And then my opponent hits me with the talents. First of all, has to read every single card in my hand because he is not familiar with the new Tenpai Dragon stuff. And I have my opponent out by explaining what those cards do, and my opponent makes the correct decision by putting the field spell back. Then Trivikama, searching Pearl Rhino, probably. Yeah, searching the Pearl Rhino. Then Pearl Rhino, searching the Tear Cache, and now Dingo can extend even more. Special summon Tear Cache. Banish the Grief, effect mill 3. Yeah! The mills are Dragon of the Lightsworn, King of the Swamp, Scream. This one is also one of the new cards. If you have a Lightsworn monster in your graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is special summoned, you can send one Lightsworn card from the deck to your graveyard, except Dragon of Lightsworn. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add one Dragon monster with 3000 attack, 2600 defense from your deck. So yeah, the targets are probably just Judgment Dragon and Punishment Dragon. And then Scream can search, searching the Salik, which really doesn't matter because I have the Lightning Storm. Now Minerva, and now Minerva can extend even more, so milling 3. And even though the previous mill 3 were absolutely amazing, those mill 3 don't do anything. So yeah, haven't already used. Charge is a dead mill. And then SP, set 1 pass, alright. Now top decking into Imperm, which is huge, because Imperm beats the root colors from my opponent. First of all, I start with the Prosperity, so this deck can OTK easily under Prosperity, as you're going to see later. So the Excavate 6 are Mano, Mourner, Fenrir, Fedora, Terraforming, and Shongdora. So I could either grab the Mana or the Fenrir here, deciding to grab the Fenrir because this one also beats the Ruka loss. Then Lightning Storm, getting rid of the back row. Yeah, my opponent gets to search the tier cache. Or my opponent might not even have the third tier cache in the deck because we don't have that much deck space because of the Lightsworn stuff. Yeah. And even then the tier cache has to mill really good to get some value out of the Lightning Storm. Then Imperm on the root colors. My opponent decides to hit me with the SP. So SP, removing the root colors from the field, is completely fair because otherwise Fenrir threatens to banish the root colors. But now the field is open, I can special summon Fenrir, use the effect to search. I don't think I have to respect Roll and Tier in the main deck. Now Shongdora, and Shongdora is a 1-card OTK, True Prosperity. So in a damage step, special summon Bydora. And then still in a damage step, adding Kaiman. Opponent can't use Ash Blossom on any of those. Then Quick Synchro. My opponent can't even Veiler it because Veiler works only in the main phase. And Biden Dragon, this one can by the way special summon out, but I forgot to use the effect. Anyways, it doesn't matter, so even though I misplayed, I have still so much pressure, True Prosperity. Now, Kaiman. And then Kaiman can summon Fedora. And then Fedora can attack. Or we can also use on special summon the effect of Fedora to reborn the Bydora. Yeah. So attacking with Fedora, attacking with Bydora. And then Quick Sync. Special summon the Super Dragon, 3000 attack. Also this one is Azathoth on the opponent during the battle phase. All your opponent's monsters must attack if able. Also your opponent cannot activate cards or effects during the battle phase. Attacking with the Super Dragon, and then we can reborn the Biden Dragon from the graveyard. Attack with it. And then we can attack with the Fenrir. This would already be lethal, but we have also the effect of Fedora to quick synchro into Trident Dragon. And then Trident Dragon can pop 2 cards from our side to attack 3 times with 3000 damage each. So more than enough to kill my opponent. True Prosperity. Now, game 2. Yeah, it would have been much harder if I didn't have the Imperm on the root colors, but I just had it and was able to OTK very easily. Yeah, second game, my opponent has Dragon of Lightsworn, Talents, Wolf, Charge, Rhino. You have Shifter, Fate Adjuster, Kaiman, Razorf, Imperm. And Shifter is already in FTK against Tier almost. Yeah, deciding to drop the Shifter in the standby phase to play around the Talents. And then pass, because my opponent has only Engine, which doesn't work on the Shifter. Razorf, grabbing Fenrir, special summon Fenrir. Adding another copy. I even don't have to play around Roll because we are on the Shifter. Now Shongdora. And my opponent scoops because Shongdora is already a 1-card OTK under Shifter. Unfortunately, my opponent scooped, so I can't showcase you the exact line to OTK with Shongdora under Shifter, but I'm going to leave you a link in the video description for the OTK. And then we did the run back.